Hey everyone, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if it's your first time here so you can catch more videos like this as I do post them. Also, please do check out the description section below where I often put more information about whatever it is I'm talking about in the video. There might be other things that I may have forgotten to mention. Maybe I had to change a heart, a change of mind, whatever it might be about the product. There might also be some links in there as well, so check it out. If you happen to own this unit or you own another unit that you really like, please do post it up in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about it. Also love to hear about the sound quality of that particular item as well. So let's get started. Somewhere inside this very filthy box is the Marantz Na6006. This is a network audio player and I'm actually pretty excited about this, even though it's basically going to do the same things that are inside of my Marantz SR7013 receiver and inside of the Onkyo RZ840, 840 receiver. This unit, I'm actually, it's not fully untaped. Okay, I thought so. Just a little bit of, looks like a little bit of tape on the side. Well, how nice is that? I mean, I'm kidding. It's, it's not really that nice, but yeah, I mean, I guess, it's okay, but oh, looks like the foam in here is all cracked. So yeah, you can see the foam is cracked. So obviously, along its journey, it took a nice beating. You have to love it. The shipper did have this inside of another box. And I guess that they put it inside of another box because they realized that it was all, filthy and, kind of damaged when it got to them because there was a dent over here on this side of the box. It's got a nice dent, so it definitely took a good hit along the way, and it looks like, it looks like it was shipped over to the seller, and then the seller put a box on it. I put a box on the outside of it, I should say. So over here we have the power cord. This is the power cord. It's a two-pronged cord. Move this foam over. And the next thing, hopefully you can see what's in here. The next thing we have is the, it looks like it's, this is that the remote connector thing for Marantz. They have this, it looks like an RCA, it looks like an RCA connector. And what's this? Oh, it's a pair of left and right RCA jacks, cables. And here is the remote and a set of batteries. Let's just take a look at the remote. It's got your volume, your input. It looks nice. It's nicely spaced out. Looks pretty good. Pretty nicely spaced. So there is a reason for me purchasing it, and I didn't purchase this because I wanted to, so to speak, not really use the one that's already built into the receiver. I mean, I think it sounds okay to me. Maybe it's not that great, I don't know. Maybe, after I hear this, I'm going to be like, wow, I'm never going to want to use the one that's built in ever again. But somehow I don't think so. And that's mostly because when I listen to a lot of things online, like the the various formats, like HD music, what do they call it, Ultra HD music or whatever it is. Can't really hear a difference between them, to be honest. So maybe it's the equipment. I'm sure that if it is the equipment, this is gonna make it pretty obvious. It looks like in here there's two antennas and some type of information. A little instruction book is in here, so little instruction book and two antennas. So I think that I'm getting sidetracked because I can't do two things at once, like open something and talk. But yeah, there's a quick start guide. Here's the antennas for the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is over here. And there's some warranty information. And here's a quick start guide. Yeah, looks nice and detailed. The guide has some nice pictures as well. Nice pictures. Looks like it's in a few languages. Yeah, really nice looking guide. It's got nice pictures, step by step. Very nice. It's always nice to see a guide. You know, I don't really understand why everything is about the PDF these days, especially when it comes to, you know, home theater receivers. Especially every home theater receiver should come with a book still. I mean, you know, that's just my opinion. I get it. You know, you can go online. You know, you could download it, saves paper, but I've always kept the book for home theater receivers. Every one I've owned, I've kept the book, and I've referenced it, you know, probably like, you know, 100 times. I've gone back to that book and, you know, tried to learn about it, or, you know, had questions about a certain feature. So, again, I don't get it, but that's how it is. So this foam in the back over here is pretty cracked. There's a few cracks in it as well where it got hit. So it took a good hit. Hopefully the unit's okay and it plays all right. If it doesn't, you know, it's going to go back within the time frame. Let's see. I want to shuffle the filthy box. Let's move the filthy box over here. I'll come down here with this, and maybe everything will be okay. Well, maybe not. So let's get the tape off. Wipe it off any box filth. Okay, looks nice from the back. Looks clean. It definitely doesn't look like it was used or it was opened in any way, so that's good. The front looks nice. It looks like the receiver and whatever else. So here, take a look at that's the front of it. And let's take a look at the back. Hopefully it's in focus. It's always so hard to tell from looking at the viewer if it's in focus or not, and I really mean the letters, the wording. You could always hit the pause when you're watching this video to try to look at it a little bit better. Okay, but back to the reason why I picked this up and particularly chose this unit. It seemed like it was at a good price point, but it's really not about the price, because there are Wi-Fi streamers that are much cheaper than this, like a lot cheaper. This thing right now I think is selling for $700, or maybe now it's selling for $800 because the price just went up, and I got this for like $100 cheaper, or should I say the old price before the price just jumped like $100 on it. Because most of the things that they sell, the price went up. And also, a lot of brands, the price went up. Things that used to be, like this, things that used to be like $600 or $700, have had like $100 price increase. Things now, that used to be $1,000 are running for $1,100, $1,200. So, just prices are going up. Inflation is here. So back to the reasons for me purchasing this is that it has two audio outs, and there's a fixed and a variable. So they're right over here, and there's two sets. Now the variable, when this is hooked up to something like an amplifier, you use this remote to turn up the volume or lower the volume. So this can be connected right to an amplifier that doesn't have any type of a volume knob. You know, there's no volume control on that amplifier. What I want to do is I want to hook this up straight to an amp and use this to play music. So rather than purchase like an integrated amp which has a volume knob and whatever else, I think that purchasing this plus an amp is going to be cheaper and probably sound better. Also too, this has a optical input and a optical output. So the optical in is right over here. You can see the optical in. So with the optical input, let's just say if I want to hook up a CD player to it, I could just connect the CD player from the optical out right to this optical in, and then this, and then it'll send the optical out to you know, whatever it is I have it connected to. So if I do have a amplifier that happened to have a optical output, or if I wanted to send it to a home theater receiver or whatever, you know, this will pass it along. So this is basically functioning like a small preamp as well, and that's what's nice about it. So that's pretty much it. It does have a cable for the network, so if you want to hardwire it, you can. It does have the antennas, which I have to screw in. One of them, this one's the Bluetooth, and this one is the Wi-Fi. I don't have my glasses, so everything's kind of blurry. But, you know, that's about it. The other reason for picking this up as well, aside from being able to hook this up right to an amp that doesn't have any type of a volume control of its own, it also has the fixed output. So quite possibly I could hook this up, the fixed out, to say like a home theater receiver, or if I did purchase an amplifier that does have its own knob, I could hook it up to that and also have it hooked up to the amp that, you know, doesn't have its own volume control. So I think that that's pretty great, because let's just say if in the future I want to purchase a stereo integrated amp, I could hook it up and use the fixed output and then have this connected to a second set of speakers using the variable, and have two different amps. Maybe one of the amps I enjoy with a certain brand of speaker more than the other amp, or the integrated stereo amplifier, or the home theater receiver, you know, whatever it might be. You know, I think that this is a great option. So again, you know, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to see how it sounds. I'm going to do a full review on it. So stay tuned.